Howdy, howdy, everyone. This is Konstantin. Welcome to Inside Russia, another daily stream. I hope that my mic is more reliable today than it was yesterday. Mods, would you please give me a 5x5 only if you can hear and see me well? That'd be fantastic. Let's see if I can hear and see me well. That'd be fantastic. I can hear myself. That's good. Okie dokie. Now, let's have a great stream today. And you know what? My friends, you're not gonna hear. You've never heard anything like what I'm going to tell you right now. I guarantee you, you have not heard. This is going to be exclusive to today stream, exclusive to this channel. What I'm going to tell you is the product of me analyzing a lot, my living and growing up and living in Russia, in the USSR, then in Russia. Okay, I hope that you like my message. I hope that you find it interesting. Let's do it. I called my message, well, it's not really a message. It's more like sharing my thoughts and my life experience with you. And I called it Russia's Holy Mission. I'm going to tell you what I have been experiencing all my life living here, growing up as a child, then as a teenager, young adult, and established seasoned adult, so to speak. And what I've been hearing and how that compares to what I learned about the United States and about Europe, about the West in general. Now, Russia is not just a typical country, not a typical society. For as long as I remember myself, Russia, the society that has surrounded me, okay, there always was a mission. We weren't just we never lived just to live, okay? We as society, as the country, we always had a mission. Back in the USSR, the mission was very clear. It was very well defined by the state, and it was ascended from the very top to the very bottom, to the people, okay? And the mission was spreading socialism. Soviet Union was the beacon of light for all countries because we were the most decent, most fair, most prosperous, most the best country in the world, okay? The USSR, number one in the world, number one in sports, number one in space, number one in living standard, in medicine and education everywhere. And our mission was to, spread this number oneness to the entire world. Okay, fight discrimination that the Western companies were putting onto people. Okay, fight inequality, bring equality to people in the Western countries, so to speak. So that was the mission. Don't start throwing rocks into me because that's what I was taught when I was growing up. We were taught that in school, in elementary, in middle, in high school. We were taught that in universities. Well, I wasn't taught that at the university because by the time I entered the university and I started studying, I was not the USSR. So the USSR mission was very simple. Socialism, spreading socialism over the world. Now, in the 90s, when the USSR fell apart, thank goodness, in the 90s, briefly, for a very brief period, there was nothing. There was a mission of all of us to survive. And it was survival of our survival was in our hands, so to speak. And it was unusual, okay, because people had used to the fact that the government always took care of them. And all of a sudden, they were left on their own. So there was no mission in the society, so to speak, okay? But then, soon after, another mission appeared. And let me take a step back. That mission in the USSR, it was throughout the USSR. From the 50s, as far as I understand, all the way until the end, to 1991. So, in the 90s period of kind of, I would, turmoil, the stormy years, as I call them. And then, when I came back to Russia, back in 2000, keep on forgetting, either 2003 or 2004. I think it was 2004. So when I came back to Russia, there was a new mission. There was incredible mission. It was not well defined. It wasn't coming from the government. It was like a hush-hush type of thing among people, okay? This mission was spirituality and religion. Russia, spiritually, was considered the beacon of righteousness. World entered a period of great turmoil. Forces of evil, of darkness, were advancing. Countries, different countries, the Western countries, countries all over the world, they were falling to the darkness. And entire world was approaching disaster. And Russia was the savior. Russia was designated by God. Russian people were there to save the world. Now, the very first thing I remember was starцы, the old men, the old saints that they lived in a holy place. It's called New Athon, Novy Afon, or perhaps Afon. I'm not sure. There are actually Afons. One is in Greece. It's a very famous place. There are monasteries, and there only men are allowed, only monks are allowed there. And another called New Athon is in Abkhazia, between Russia and Georgia. Okay, well, Georgians consider Georgia, Abkhazia as part of Georgia. Abkhazians, they consider themselves independent. So, but there's a monastery, very old monastery, called New Athon, Novy Afon. And apparently there are old monks, wise monks, near saint monks, and that knowledge was coming from them. Now, I don't have the evidence of that. I never read anything written by the monks. I've been to New Athon. I didn't see anyone there, okay? But this is just like a urban legend, so to speak. And then it was said from mouth to mouth of all Russians, like, Russia is to save the world spiritually. We're going to lead the revival. Okay, Russia is going to get up from its knees and gonna shine again. Okay, and that was the mission. But again, it was not an official mission from the government. It was just this thing appeared and it was circulating in the society. But we had the sense of mission back. That mission that was lost in the 90s, it was back. Then, the longer I stayed in Russia, the more that mission was kind of shaping up. And later, the government kind of kicked in. the government officials, they started voicing these things, these ideas that Russia is going to be the revival of, the world, the revival of forces of good, fighting the forces of evil, so to speak. Then, as time went by, a new thing was added to this mission. Russia was the last bastion of old values, conservative values. Russia was a great country with great culture. And one of Russia's missions was to spread culture throughout the world. Literature, music, ballet, things like that. Then another thing was added recently, I would say in the last 10 years, 10, 12 years, traditional family values. Man and woman have certain roles within the family, and Russia is going to preserve that. Traditional values were keep on adding on. Russians were against what was happening in Europe and the United States with different genders. Like there's only two genders, man and a woman, and nothing else in between. Okay, and this is what Russia in the last 3-4 years, that's been the talk. I don't remember officials stating that officially is the mission of Russia, but hush hush talk certainly has been circulating. So Russia always had a mission. And I guess the mission of today is Russia is the last country in the world, or the biggest, or the one of the biggest, or one of the last countries in the world, I'm not sure, that is fighting Nazis. Okay, that's what I've kind of been getting from all this Russian TV, Russian media, and so forth. We are the forces of good against forces of evil. Now, don't throw rocks into me. I'm not saying my point of view. I'm just saying what I've been kind of hearing around, okay? Just don't mistake and don't say that it's my values and my missions and stuff like that. I'm just telling you about Russia, what I've been seeing in Russia. Now, I believed in the mission, now talking about myself, I believed in the mission of spreading socialism. When I was growing up and I was a kid, I believed that our country was the best. That's what I was taught from grade 1 in school, and throughout early years of school, so to speak, elementary school, I was proud that I was living in the USSR. I was proud to be a pioneer. I was imagining in my mind as I grow older, I would join Komsomol and things like that. So then, almost overnight, in terms of history of humankind, within a couple of years, everything fell apart. All of this ideology fell apart, and Soviet Union fell apart with it. And then I was growing up. I was a young adult. I was, I was just a regular young guy. I was a freshman at college. I was doing the things that young people do. Okay, I was dating girls. I was just having fun with my friends. I was getting a profession. I was studying economics. Life was good. I didn't care about the missions and stuff like that. Okay, but then I got really surprised, and now it gets interesting because from now up until now, everything what I've told you, you theoretically can hear from someone else. But now what you're going to hear from me, from now on, that's only me. That's exclusive. Now, I come to the United States, a green young man, 20 years old, and that's year is 1996. I just barely turned 20. And one thing I learned is there's no mission. The United States lives without a mission. The mission, in my point of view, okay, the mission as I imagine the mission of a country should be, meaning there are no people from the government, from TV, from the news, saying to the Americans, "Oh, our mission is to shine, our mission is to lead the world," and stuff like that. But there's an idea, and everyone is infected with this idea in America. Everyone is entitled to happiness, to freedom, to rights. Everyone is chasing American dream, and quite a lot of people actually achieve American dream. You can see people who have gained, like, got American dream, got there, and everyone wants to be happy, and that's the mission of the country. Okay, there's nothing like, oh, we have to be the beacon of, for the whole world or whatever, but people concentrate on themselves. And a lot of them, well, at least back then, they were happy because caring about themselves, about their families, about the loved ones, pursuing the dream, a large dream, making money, doing business, creating value to the society. That was the mission. And America's mission, American people's mission, was to be happy. And that was such a tremendous difference from what I had used to. I couldn't understand it for a couple years, but then I understood because I started living this American dream myself, okay? I had a job, I had a family. It was incredible. It was liberating. It was like a gulp of fresh air, Later, I learned that the same thing was driving people in Europe, okay? It was fantastic. And I understood that the country does not have to send ideology, send the mission from top to the bottom, conditioning everyone's mind about the mission, saying our mission is this. It works much better if every single person pursues happiness and then gets happy. And I don't know, 400 million people, 350 live in America. Imagine 350 million becoming happy, okay? Or a great majority becoming happy. And they're just chasing the dream, and they're happy in the process. They're free. They have rights. They have good living standard, good life. So many people are happy, and that is the mission of the country. And you don't need to spread it because everyone in the world looks at you and wants to do the same. If all your citizens are happy, all people are happy, the country is happy. And when the country is happy, that becomes the beacon of goodness. Without any freaking people on top telling you, oh, our mission is to lead the world. Our mission is to, they don't sell you because you become this part of the mission. And it was incredible. It was incredible. Then later, I spent quite a bit of time in Czech Republic. I visited my friends lots of times, and I learned a lot about Czech people, Slovakians, and Germans. In kind of same thing. It's universal thing in the West. Okay, the mission of individuals being happy. In Russia, it's about us, the society. And you are just a tiny, tiny bolt in the society. And no one really cares about you, your feelings, your well-being, happiness. It doesn't matter much because it's the country, it's the state, In the West, it's vice versa. Because the center of the universe is the person. The human life is the most valuable thing, okay? In Russia, human life is not the most valuable thing. The state states' well-being, states' advancement is number one. Everyone is supposed to be proud of the state. The state is strong. Oh, it doesn't matter that we have breadlines and stuff like that. We should be happy about that because our state is strong. And then in the West, it's vice versa. Who cares if the state is strong or not strong? We need to be happy. We need to have good lives. We need to have freedoms, rights, and happiness, and things like that. That is how I see two different mission systems, so to speak. The mission of Russia, holy mission of Russia, and the mission of the West. No one was talking about the mission in the United States and Europe, but everyone has been talking about the mission in Russia. The results of these both systems we are seeing right now. Very good results. Well, not, don't quote me on that, not good, but you can see the results quite clearly, quite good. And that, my friends, is food for thought. Who is right and who is wrong? And actually, it's not even a question. I think it's a rhetorical question. The answer is very obvious. Now, that has been my message. That's been my sharing my experiences, my thoughts on the subject with you. I hope you found them interesting. As usual, turning on the chat of this live stream. Please let me know. I'd be very interested in know two things. First, did you understand my message clearly? And second, did you find it interesting? There you go. Chat's on. By the way, what I have told you, I have not heard from anyone. Okay. Well, definitely Russia's holy mission. I've heard that throughout my life, and the other stuff about the missions of the Western countries and the comparison, I have not heard from anyone once in my life. That's just my product and my thinking, exclusive to the stream, so to speak. Knowing that, you probably will understand Russia a little more, for better or for worse. Hello, everyone. Great to see the comments. I hope that you can hear me well, better than yesterday. I fixed the problem, but still need new mic. Mommy, Lorna, Alex, Aros, Denmark, Martin, Amir from the USA, Sylvia, Dirk, Frank, Klaus, me, US, Miss Me, Harry Potter, Robert Bates, Lena, Axelson, Mommy, already said that, Bob, Lawrence, IKDA, and the usual suspects. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining another stream. Went to a shopping mall today. Not good. Thursday around 6 p.m., a little after 6 p.m., supposed to be a light crowd, at least a few people. More looked like a ghost shopping mall. But I did not film it, so there's no proof. Just, you can trust me on that. I will film sooner or later. Reese Gray, thanks for the super chat. Hello from Canada, Mr. Popular. Single state fighting a principled battle against the evils of the world while facing international condemnation. Russia is starting to sound like a little bit like you know what. It's not starting to sound. I think that is gone. That stage is past. It's not starting to sound. Thank you, Reese, for send in the super chat, and thanks for the messages. They're like worth of gold, weight of gold. If you want me to read the messages, please put them in caps so I have a chance of reading them. Otherwise, I most likely will miss them. Tim, very clear, and yes, we saw it this way all our lives as well. Tim, please remind, where are you from? Which country? Ariana, beautiful message. It brought tears to my eyes. Wow, that's pretty strong. The US is so close to losing our democracy. From a grandmother in Oregon. Thank you so much. It's actually very strong, powerful message. Thank you, Ariana. I keep on hearing this. The USA is close to losing democracy and things like that. It's like I gotta look at it with my own eyes. I don't understand how 20 years ago everything was perfect. People didn't fight over which party they belonged to. Economy was wonderful. All these wonderful things were coming out of two states, California, well, three, California, Texas, and Massachusetts. All technologies, breakthroughs in medicine, in computers, in space. These three states were basically the drivers. It was such a lovely place to live. And now so many people telling me this, so close to losing democracy and stuff like that. Like, how is this happening? Why? Lena, in the end, we all need to learn to cooperate if the world shall have a future. It goes without saying, but how? What do we do to even get this process started? I don't understand. Tell me, what do I do to get it started? I just don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel. Hi from the show, man. Bruce, thank you. Very clear, interesting message. Concepts were entirely new to me. I am going to follow up with another stream or another video about how societies are organized. From the bottom up, no, from the bottom down, from the top down and from the bottom up. That is going to be a very interesting stream as well. I hope that my today's message is just a start, sort of a food for thought for you. And then you think about it yourself, and because you all come from different countries, right? Compare your countries to what I said. What is your country's mission? Okay, is it the people or something metaphorical, out there that the government is pushing upon you? Scott, thank you so much for joining. Yodi Racer, totally what I figured and very interesting. So, Yodi Racer, you already knew that, right? You already figured that out. Hey, that makes two of us. I'm not alone. Good. Chirper, John Sullivan, Texas, hello. North Carolina, USA. Thank you for all updates. My pleasure. Thank you so much. A new thing I just came up today with, I'm going to, when I turn on the stream every time, I'm going to have a message in the computer already typed in. I'm going to, with the rules, I'm going to, send it to everyone, one of the first messages, and I'm going to make it a sticky one. Russell was in a car accident. Holy cow. The heck? Definitely will pray for him. I'm gonna give him a call after the stream. There's a super chat of $20. Son for SF Joe. Greetings, King Kong. Oh, this is fantastic. King Kong. I think the entire stream is laughing right now. King Kong. Wife and I enjoy your updates. Please be safe. Thank you. I understand with oil price high, government oil revenues high, economy better. Bless you. Are you kidding me? Uh, well, first of all, this is like one of the best messages I've ever heard. King Kong. I'm glad you enjoy my updates. First of all, I get it from you and I get it from so many people, thousands of people. One message, it's universal. Please be safe. Please stay safe. Tell me how. Please. If you have the answer, tell me how I would stay safe. Because I really have hard time figuring this out. The only way I can stay safe, I understand, is not to speak of certain things. If I speak of certain things and in a certain way, that can land me in places far away because there are new laws. I would break the laws. So I'm doing my best not breaking the laws, not speaking of some things. But perhaps there's something else. I would love to know. Then there's a next message. I understand with oil prices high, government oil revenues high, economy better. No, no, and no. Yes, Russian government has the revenues has the revenues have been increasing. The revenues increased in the last 2 months. Russia is not doing too bad financially right now because it has so much money coming in. But oil and gas only. Everything else is not so good whatsoever. The taxes are falling because so many people are out of jobs. Companies are not paying taxes for the people. People are not paying income taxes, things like that. So this period of increased revenues, they're going to last for about 6 months until the end of the year. I've discussed that with professional economists, with my banker friends, and this is our opinion, universal opinion. After that, there's an embargo on Russian oil from Europe, and they're trying to switch off, like turn away from Russian gas, natural gas. Once that happens, ooh boy, not gonna be good. So, but the thing is, the revenues are high, but we're not seeing any increase. Economy better? No, economy gets worse every day. Okay, so hope I answered your question. Rain Carnell, £5. Thank you so much. Fantastic message today, my friend. Hey, I'm glad you liked it. In recent times, I feel the UK is very corrupt now with our current government. People make countries, not government. Agree with you, and I'm glad you agree with me. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support, too. Manos, thank you very much for your support, for the super chat, and for the message. Thank you. No, thank you. And by the way, I saw that I think you became at least a Patreon, perhaps both sponsor and Patreon. Tomorrow is Friday, and tomorrow is 2 live streams. 1 hour live stream for Patreons, 1 hour live stream for sponsors, members of sponsorship program. That's going to be an exclusive patron only live, an exclusive sponsor only live. Usually fewer people. Patreon, just few people. On YouTube sponsorship, up to 20 people, I think. 15, 20 people. And it's much slow paced. I answer all the questions because not too many questions, and people ask me more personal questions that I answer, so that's a little different. So if you want to get more personal with me in live streams, then please come to the streams tomorrow. Once a week on Friday, it's going to be 8 and 9 p.m. for 1 hour each stream. Thank you, Manos, and I will be glad to see you tomorrow in one of the streams. Mono G says too much media. Didn't get that. I'm sorry. Sandra Workman. USA has changed for the worse, unfortunately. I'm trying to apprehend how this fantastic country with such strong foundation, you know, in one generation, how could it change so much and so bad? I'm still hoping that like a lot of people over exaggerate. Okay, this is my hope because the USA was like one of the beacons of how life should be for me. Judas Goat Barbecue, Texas is still booming. That's good to know. It's good to know. Top Gang, I live here. No, it's not nice anymore. Hey, we have a new sponsor, Eleanor Jackson. Thank you so much. And another one, Yodi Racer. Woohoo! Thank you. Come and join the streams tomorrow. Well, one of the streams. Bruce B., our family served with Catholic Church in the Third World. I experienced sacrifice in self-interest for the mission. Bruce, it's a little different. My message was a little different. It's okay if this sacrifice comes from your heart, from your soul, from your inside of you. Then it's totally normal, okay? Because that's who you are. What I was trying to say is when you sacrifice for comrades who sit on top and say, hey, we need to help Angolians. For what? Oh, we need to spread communism to Angola. Because this is our mission, socialism, communism. And everyone goes, oh, let's go and do that. How do we do that? Well, we just need to give them money, your money, that would have been spent on schools and things like that. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, let's do that. That's okay. We won't have that many schools or education will be worse and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's wrong. That's the wrong kind of mission. But if you sacrifice something of yours and go and help other people, that's not, I wouldn't say it's a mission. It's a higher fabric, if you know what I mean. So that's totally different. Reese Gray, $5 more. Thank you. You all are missing out if you aren't on those sponsor Patreon streams. They are on another level. Consider singing up so you can join the party. Thank you, Reese. Yes, Reese is always there. I usually have 3 streams on Friday. First is for sponsors, second is for patrons, and the third is my regular stream. And Reese comes onto 3 of them, all 3 of them. Thank you again. Paul O. From Poland, 25 Polish money. Europe's mentality has its roots in Greek philosophy, where individual person is important. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Sometimes you folks put it more clear than I do, okay? Because, for some reasons, perhaps it's the language, perhaps it's just too much. But I couldn't have said better myself, yeah. The individual person is most important. But I see that Russian society mentally belongs to Asia. This, I wouldn't say that we mentally belong to Asia, but we are a hybrid between European and Asian. You see, we definitely have from both cultures, from both societies, from Asia and from Europe, from the West. We are a part of the East and a part of the West. By the way, Russia is a clan society. Means in order to reach something, to achieve something, you have to be part of the group, part of the clan, family perhaps, friends perhaps, colleagues perhaps, but you cannot reach success by yourself. You will be broken by forces. But if you're part of the group, you lead the group, or you are led in the group, doesn't matter where you are. But if it's a group, then you can succeed. Then you can reach your goals. And that's definitely that comes from Asia, not from the West, because the Western idea is you can be self-man-made. You can achieve anything you want by yourself. Okay, and that's what I loved about the United States, by the way. Uh, Tilumbus, are you interested in history? History of Roman Empire is my best hobby. I consider myself a little of an expert in Roman Empire, Roman Republic, ancient Rome history. So I love history. I think that we learn history, and then there's so many mistakes could have been not made if we learned history better, if we knew history better. Okay, I recently read about Spain and Greece in the 60s and 70s. Don't know anything about the Spain and Greece in the 60s and 70s. Might be a story makes you feel better. If you could send me something about it, yeah, I would love to. Hopefully, not too much consuming, not too much consuming, not too much time consuming. Uh, then it would be great. RW, it's still a great place to live, but our freedoms are under threat. RW, perhaps it's a challenge to you. Perhaps it's something to fight for. Not fight, but defend. Let's put it this way. Eleanor Jackson, thank you for the super chat. How can we best support you? Come and join the streams. Watch what I have to say. Comment, like, share my messages on social media so other people see them too. Watch my videos. That's the best support I get. Super chats are a great, huge help. Now let me tell you how super chats have helped me recently. There's a new sponsor, Bruce B. Thank you so much. Inside Russia. I think I missed another. No, I think that I'm all caught up on super chats. I think. Let me tell you how super chats and financial support has been helping me. I shared it with a few members here. That's very personal. I am a grown man. I'm an executive, and I cannot say that I'm not doing well financially or I'm poor. I'm not. I'm actually making a video of how my family was very poor and my life story and my relationship with money and and work and things like that. So that's a completely different video. So I'm not rich, but I'm well to do. Pretty much I can afford more or less anything that is reasonable. My kids are well fed. I have 5 children altogether. We have a house, we have an apartment, we have a couple cars, so I'm well to do. But my friends, this has become crazy. I make enough money to support my needs of the family, like most needs of my family, reasonable needs. But it has become so really expensive in the last 3 months. And I go to a food store and I buy lots of food, obviously. And I see these prices going up and some are doubling. And you know what? That's really, really, really disturbing. Okay. It's taken a hit financially. But what has happened recently is I started getting extra income from YouTube, including your super chats. Not just super chats, but money from the advertisements and the super chats. And in March, the amount was very considerable. Okay, and this has helped me not to worry too much about, providing the basic needs, the food. I would still buy food normal, like, okay, we would not be hungry, but I would start pinch pennies, even with my salary. Okay, I am not making as much because the company is not doing well. But you know what? I am making way more than an average Russian person. Okay, I'm an executive at a large construction company. But even with my salary, I would start pinching pennies because the prices are just higher. What this money that give me is confidence. Confidence, confidence that I can go on with my lifestyle. I can not worry about food much. I can afford things for my girls, my boy, my wife, my boys. This is what it's just. I guess I would like to say thank you very much for all who have supported. Your money go to the good cause, to my family. That's all I do. I donated a little bit to. I'm not gonna say much about that, but I've parted with my money for people and kids who need more than my family does, more than I do. But we still use quite a bit of money for ourselves. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Robert, prices are higher everywhere. I know. In Russia, they're crazy high. Crazy, crazy high. Fiona, Constantine, bring some moonshine tomorrow. I bring some single malt. Karen, Maine, $100. Our mission is to make loving children for our future. Your stream brings us together to be aware. Here are some more for the babies. Love from Maine. Karen, thank you so much. Just to let you know, I am doubling the money that you are sending me for the babies, for the young operants. And, whatever you chip in, I chip in double. Thank you so much. Thank you. They will really appreciate it. Getting lots of buffering. Anyone else? I am seeing TJ. I'm seeing everything is normal here. Так, single malt. Some moonshine tomorrow. I bring some single malt. That's for. Let me show you something. Fiona, that's for you, and the ones if you guys want to have a drinking party, why not? Let's do it. Moonshine. I'm out of moonshine. Out of moonshine. I'm sorry. Don't have moonshine anymore. It's all gone. Mostly, I gave out most of it as presents. Had a couple bottles that we finished up on the holidays. Let me show you something. Раз пошла такая пьянка, режь соленый огурец. Okay, this is the moonshine. I don't know why I have the bottle, but it's empty. That's if you haven't seen the video, and I know this, most of you are fairly new to the channel. I made a video about this moonshine, how I was getting it, a secret run for illegal moonshine in Russia. Go and watch it a couple years ago. Type in moonshine, you'll find it. But it's good stuff. Probably the best alcohol that you can find. It was really good. I moved to Rostov and I bought myself this. I think you're gonna appreciate it. See that? Oops. Glenfiddich. It's only 12 years old, but it's drinkable. Drinkable. I would rather prefer 18, but it's much more expensive. And I also have this. That's cognac from Armenia. Now I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Cognac from Armenia. Really, really good stuff. 15 years old. Over a few weeks, I had just a little bit. Every time I drink vodka, I don't feel well the next day. Vodka doesn't go well with me. It doesn't mix well with me. I guess I'm too old for vodka. And, I don't know why. But I stopped drinking because of that. Because I literally do not feel good the next day. Like so dehydrated, blah. But then my birthday came, and I was celebrating my birthday in Tashkent. You remember, 28th of April. I was leaving for Russia. I was coming back to Russia the next day. So one of our two best friends one flew from, doesn't matter where he flew from, but not from Russia. But another one is Uzbek, and my Uzbek friend, we showed up, just three of us, for my birthday party celebration, and Uzbek friend brought me a present. 25-year-old cognac made in Uzbekistan. It's called Uzbekistan. Fantastic. And we started drinking it. And you know what? That bad effect of vodka, gone. Next day, I felt absolutely fine. So I figured, vodka, no can do. Cognac, yes, I can. So single malt goes fine. So I have a little bit once in a great while, just like this much. And that's not bad. So if you want to have samagon tomorrow, no, I don't have any left. If you want to have single malt or a little bit of good Armenian cognac together, let's do that. Hopefully, I'll be in a good condition to deliver a message in the mainstream, But I will not drink much. New sponsors. Malcolm Davis, Deep Inside Russia. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much. And Katerina S., Deep Inside Russia. Are you going to join us tomorrow drinking? Katerina S. probably won't because you'll be at work. Bob S. says, welcome Katerina S. to Inside Russia. She's deep inside Russia. She was inside Russia already. 53, couple more minutes. Thank you, Robert, for reminding. I just checked the time. Lagavulin, 16-year-old single malt is my favorite. I've never even heard of it, Margaret. I like Macallan, Glenmorangie, and I don't remember which one is that, but Royal Salute, 21-year-old. It's fantastic whiskey. Jonathan, thank you for your insight into our two varying systems. Thank you, Jonathan. Hello from California. It's 101 Fahrenheit here. Today was 19 Rostov. Summertime. Hot, hot, hot. But not humid. Miss me. Want a drink for Natasha? She'll be singing in front of camera. In long glass, 2 fingers Campari, 2 fingers gin, and the rest Luza juice. She doesn't drink almost ever, like a little bit of wine once in a while, and pretty much just like me, we don't go out and drink, like once in a blue moon. Drambuie and coffee. I used to do that. Jonathan Phillips, best regards from the United Kingdom. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much. United Kingdom is one of my most favorite places. Countries, London, love London. Amir, Kostya, you have the heart of a teacher. Thank you for that. This is the first time I hear something calls me like that says that I have a heart of a teacher. Okay, thank you so much. It's pleasant. Thank you, Amir. Macallan, yep, it's good stuff. Most expensive here, by the way, Macallan. 56. Constantine wonder if it's Ararat you have in the bottle. Well, take a closer look what it says. It's in English. Yes, there is Ararat. I think that's the only cognac they have. The Ararat, fantastic cognac. Back in the USSR, they were making it. My friends, I'm about to finish up. Thank you so much for joining, and I would like to invite you to a prayer. Pray with me if you're a believer, and if you're non-believer, I don't really like, as you know, if you're not the first time here on my streams, you know that I don't divide people into believers and non-believers. As long as person has a heart and it's beating, then there's love in that heart, and God is love in my eyes. And if there's love in one's heart, then it means there's God in one's heart. And if a person does not believe in God, I don't think it's a tragedy. The thing is, the most important thing is that the God believes in the person. The God enters person's heart with in form of love, and that's what the main thing. So, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for joining in prayer. So let's do it. Dear God, thank you so much for bringing us all together here to this live stream, to this virtual community. Thank you. Thank you for giving us a good day, putting food on our tables, giving us roofs over our heads, and surrounding us with good people that we care about, we like, and we love. Please help to stop bloodshed in Ukraine. Please stop people getting killed there. Please stop homes being destroyed there, getting destroyed there. Please bring peace back to the country and help the ones who have been affected. Please send your angels to guard every single person and keep them out of harm's way. Please reach out and touch hearts, heads, and eyes of people who make decisions whether to stop or continue the bloodshed. Please make them make a decision to stop it as soon as possible. Everyone needs peace. Everyone needs their lives back. Please help everyone who's helping Ukrainians, the refugees, opening their homes for them, opening their hearts, praying for them, giving them money, going to Ukraine and, being on the field, helping, coordinating the relief efforts. Help everyone who is helping Ukraine. Help my country, please. Send angels with sharp swords so they would be led by Saint Michael to get rid of demons who have hijacked my country and ha- make them run my country, so my country shines again and becomes righteous and becomes a good neighbor again and a good member of this world, of this planet. Please give us wisdom to raise our children so they make this world a better place when they grow up. Keep them, all the children, our children and other people's children, out of harm's way. Give them good health and just help us grow them in the right way. I would like to ask to help everyone to reach out and touch hearts and heads of every single person who is praying with us right now or watching us pray. Um, all of us, we are praying and we have wishes, so please, dear God, answer our prayers and make our wishes come true. I would like to mention a few people who reached out and asked to be mentioned. And some of them did not reach out, but I just feel like mentioning them. They are Shay, Rafaela, Anna, William, Yelena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Rebecca, Melissa, Buzz, Anne Mary, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael, Steve, Marlene, Michael's family, Demetrius, Kieran, Madi, Narnian Lady, Sharon, Susan S., Sabrina Fell, Moby 1, Madeline, Susan, Fiona, Steve, Alan, three kids really need your help, and their families also need your help. They are Maverick, Sebastian, and Brantley. Priscilla as well, and Brian. Dear God, please have these people, have these people's prayers answered and have their wishes come true. Thank you so much. Amen. And everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked the message. I feel it was a good stream. You are absolutely awesome and you rock. And I hope that I will see you tomorrow. We will see each other tomorrow. And I hope that you will show in more than one stream. In Patreon stream and sponsor stream and in regular stream. Moderators, thank you so much. Have a great day, remaining of the day. Have a good night. And I will see you tomorrow. Wild Wolfpack, thank you so much. Just about to finish this. Better do it with my hands.